This will define everything going forward for the Devils as we have an update on the Luke Hughes injury, but the time is ticking to make a decision as this will have a major impact going forward. Welcome in to Devils Digest. Glad that you guys are here today. Before we get into the video, a quick message. This video is brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is the largest prediction market, whether you're in California, Texas, or anywhere in the United States. Kalshi is live in all 50 states. Download Kalshi with the link in the description and use code DIGESTNHL to get $20 when you trade 100. That's DIGESTNHL, $20 when you trade 100. Championship weekend this Sunday. New England, Denver, LA, Seattle. New England, Denver. Look, it's tough to pick a team when they're playing a backup quarterback who hasn't taken a snap all year. New England, 71%. I'm not surprised they're big favorites. I'd take New England. LA, Rams, Seattle. Look, they couldn't have played each other much closer. I just feel better with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, late in the game, I would take LA, 42%. A pretty nice number there, but you can go ahead, take a look, see what you like. It's a smarter way to use your sports or news knowledge, and you can close positions whenever you want. Okay, so we know what happened a couple nights ago. Luke Hughes in Calgary left the game. We kind of all thought that, it's upper body. It was the shoulder, and it was kind of, people were questioning, what is it? How long is he going to be out for? Well, Emily Kaplan has an update on that. After consulting with doctors, Luke Hughes will not get surgery for now and instead rehab his upper body injury. The Devils placed Luke Hughes on long-term IR today. He's expected to be sidelined through the Olympic break, then be evaluated. So the interesting part here with Luke Hughes is I think we can see that it wasn't the shoulder from last year. We know he had, the shoulder injury. He had to get surgery over the summer, same as his brother. It looks like it's the other shoulder, the right shoulder. Now, the interesting thing here is New Jersey, look, they have to make a decision by March 6th because March 6th is the trade deadline. And when you think about Luke Hughes so far this year, obviously very impactful player for New Jersey. Look, he's leading the team in points among defensemen. They need him a lot. They use him a lot. He's developing, obviously this hurts his development a little bit. You're hoping that, he can get back eventually. But if he's not coming back this year and he's going to need surgery and he's just not going to be able to play this year, the Devils better figure that out before March 6th. Because if they don't figure out before the deadline, that's $9 million in cap they could use. $9 million in cap that they could use that they can go out and acquire a player. And we know New Jersey right now is tight on cap. They're tight on cap and they need fillings in certain parts of their team. And when you look at the defense, because we already know that the forwards could use a little bit extra scoring, you look at this defense now and you go, well, where's the scoring going to come from? Hamilton's definitely stepped up his game, but it's not the same as last year. Nemec, look, development's going good, but then I look around the rest of the lineup and I go, Siegenthaler more so defensive. Pesce, you brought him in for his defense. That's why you signed him to a contract. Brenden, Dillon, physical, but same with Kovacevic. They're more defensive, reliable defensemen. They're not there to create the offense. You sign guys like Dougie Hamilton. You draft guys like Luke Hughes and Nemec high to go get the offense. And with Luke Hughes going out and seeing how this defense is now built, you kind of say to yourself, well, the Devils now need another defenseman. I know right now it's kind of, stacked. The defensive group, they have a bunch of players. They have guys on term, guys on contract, and they kind of know what they want to go with those six. But when you take out your number one power play defenseman, your best offensive defenseman, when all of a sudden he's not there, you got to look around the rest of the Metropolitan, rest of the Eastern Conference, and you can go to pretty much any team that's going to be in the playoffs and say, okay, we don't have that. We no longer have that offensive number one defenseman. With how Hamilton's been this year, with the Mets still developing, we no longer have that. So all of a sudden, you look at it and you go, okay, well, we need to go get defense as well as a forward. And, we don't have much cap, but if we take Luke Hughes and we put him on for the whole out for this season, all of a sudden we got $9 million in cap. And, that's the same as Dougie Hamilton. It's almost like trading away Dougie Hamilton in terms of cap space, that's basically what you're doing. And the Devils do need to clear a cap. And it's different this year because in previous years, we saw teams like Tampa Bay, Vegas, even Chicago back in 2015, be able to kind of work around that, put them on LTIR, and then the playoffs come around. Okay, we can play them now. Well, this year the CBA says that you can't do that. You can't be over the cap this year in the playoffs. So if you're not going to be able to be over the cap and you're going to lose your number one offensive defenseman, you're going to need to know within the next 6-7 weeks, if Luke Hughes is going to return this year or if he's going to get surgery. Now, is he going to get surgery in the offseason? That's still up for debate. We don't know that. We know the update is that he's going to at least try and rehab it. And hopefully Luke Hughes is good. He's able to come back this year. But that is something the Devils definitely do need to figure out before we get to March 6th. Because you can't get to March 6th and know that, you don't have a ton of cap space. You need to improve this team. Now you've lost your number one offensive defenseman. They need to be able to spend. They need to be able to spend. So what does that do also for, Dougie Hamilton now? That, Dougie Hamilton has been in the trade rumors so far this year. Look, with Dougie Hamilton now, I think I don't see a scenario where you can trade him. I don't see where the Devils can go, well, you know what? We feel good about our defense. Well, no, you've already lost some offense. And Dougie Hamilton in his past 10 games has scored 8 points. So Dougie Hamilton is getting better offensively. The points are starting to come. You're starting to see a lot more of what Dougie Hamilton was for this team last year. But I don't think there's a scenario where you can go, well, Luke Hughes and his points are done for the year and go, okay, well, we can also trade other defensemen who we're trying to get to be, our number one power play defenseman right now with Luke Hughes out. It just doesn't feel like a good situation for New Jersey to go, well, you know what? We want to move on from Dougie Hamilton, but Luke Hughes, well, he's out for the year. So if Luke Hughes is out for the year, I don't think there's a scenario where the New Jersey moves off of Dougie Hamilton. I don't think they can do that. I don't think Tom Fitzgerald's going to go, well, you know what? We lost our number one offensive defenseman. Let's go trade more offense on the back end. No, if anything, the Devils would need to bring in offense on the back end. So I don't see a scenario where if Luke Hughes is out for the year, that Dougie Hamilton all of a sudden is still on their trade block. All of a sudden, Dougie Hamilton becomes a lot more valuable to New Jersey. All of a sudden, you need that offense from Dougie Hamilton. And he's provided it as of recent. Since he's been scratched, he's provided it. He's been much better. He looks a lot better since he's been scratched. So if you're New Jersey right now, the important thing here is, outside of obviously Luke Hughes getting better, the important thing is you know what you're going to be doing with Luke Hughes by March 6th. You know if he's coming back this year, if he's getting season-ending surgery, if he's coming back next year. That is something that the Devils need to know before then. Because if they don't, well, then you're your number one offensive defenseman, and you have $9 million in cap that you could use to help this team get better, get some more offense, whether it be on the forwards or the defensive side. So definitely an interesting situation for New Jersey. We hope Luke Hughes has the best recovery possible. Waiting to see. We'll definitely update you guys if they lean a certain way. But Luke Hughes, as of right now, is going to try and rehab it. But definitely creates an interesting situation here for New Jersey as, look, time's ticking. They got to figure it out before March 6th, whether Luke Hughes is coming back this year or he's going to be getting his surgery and looking for Luke Hughes next year. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So is there a certain player now that you're targeting? Would you still trade Dougie Hamilton if Luke Hughes isn't coming back this year? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to download Kalshi. Kalshi with the link in the description below. Use code DIGESTNHL to get $20 when you trade 100. Link is in the description. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and I'll see you guys all real soon.